Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classic Non-Classics. This is episode number 1904 and Doubleshot number 1790. I have a Batman trade and Green Arrow trade. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm kind of for a little while. I'm going to do a bunch of Batman trades. So, you get a lot of Batman trades for you. Alright, first up it is Batman. The Adventure Continues Season 1. This trade collects basically the Season 1 miniseries, which is 6 issues. Written by Alan Barn and Paul Dini. Paul Dini, one of the co-creators of the TV show. They run by Ty Templeton, do the artwork, which great they did that because he did the previous comic book. We also have, he also is the inker as well. The cover here is done by Dave Johnson. Now, this comic book series picks up right where the final episode left off, which was basically called, I think it was called Judgment, which had basically this guy called the Judge going after Riddler, the Penguin, and Killer Croc, and trying to punish him. And this judge turned out to be Two-Face. Surprisingly, Two-Face is nowhere to be seen in this book. To my knowledge, there's no real reason for that. Now, someone I do know online, he is not a fan of this series because of one particular scene, where Batman kicks over a table that contained the body of Noah Freeze. Just intimidate Mr. Freeze. I do agree this was a terrible idea for the book to do. I have heard a rumor of the reason why this was done because Paul Dini did not really approve of Sub-Zero. Despite the fact fans love this movie, it's a really good movie, he hates it. He didn't approve it. It was done by somebody else. And from his perspective, the movie is not canon when it comes to this comic book. Now, this one has the appearance of two first time in this universe. One, we have the first appearance of Deathstroke. Yep, we return. Yes?
Got the rest of your laundry.
Okay.
Mom's on her way home and supper's cooking.
Okay. Anyways, yes. So, yeah, we have the first appearance of Deathstroke and the first appearance of Jason Todd, the Red Hood. Which, yes, they finally confirm he freaking exists in this universe. And, well, they get kind of an explanation of why he was never mentioned. Now, the thing is, they do keep somewhat of death in the family somewhat canon. So, he's recruited by Batman, similar to how he was in the regular continuity. There's some slight changes. He actually abandons Batman. At one point, his hair turns white for some reason. In the book, there's no explanation for it. In the original comic series, is because he took a dip in the Lazarus Pit. That was simply put the reason for the white streak in his hair. In the comic, there's no explanation of why he has it. And there is basically the altered version of Death of the Family, where he does survive. There's no bomb in the desert like it was in the original story. Here, it's simply put, he's captured by Joker. He's tied up. He's still being with a freaking crowbar, but he's not tied up on the ground like he was in the comic. Here, he's tied to a chair. Crap out of him, and of course, he does survive. There's no bomb that goes off. And he goes off, and then it's Batman, and later on becomes Red Hood. Now, in the book, he's not really doing the same thing he did under Red Hood, per se. He just basically tries to do his own, and basically, Batman knows right away this is Jason Todd, unlike the original comic book, where it basically was a big mystery. And he frequently asks Jason, come back. And he's like, nope, not interested. There's stuff in here with Clayface in here, which he forms Andy again. Andy was a character who appeared for one episode of New Batman Adventures. But this book I think this book is pretty good. Now, yes, the whole thing with Noah Freeze was really stupid on the part of Paul Dini because he's being very petty over a movie that's very popular with a lot of people. Sub-Zero, movie that's really good. Yeah, but this book still pretty good despite that one thing. I give this book, I would give it 9.5 because I really enjoyed this. But I'm going to give it a 9 because of the stuff with Noah Freeze. Alright? There's also stuff in here with Lex Luthor. Yes. Now, Lex Luthor, his appearance in here, he is just referencing the World's Finest Three-Parter, which aired on Superman, which that led into basically this. And there's mentions of the Joker. There's also stuff in Harley Quinn Poison Ivy, which I was really good. It's just if you're a fan of Batman animated series, you would love this. Also, this is one thing they did include in this trade here. Where this is mentioned by Randy or the guy designed Randy Meyer, where like the covers for the digital chapter, because originally it was released digitally, where it's basically a nod to the ones they had from the TV show, which I thought was so cool. I personally enjoyed that aspect. Oh yeah, also Azrael makes his first appearance in his continuity. Yep, Azrael. Where at one point he puts on his Batman from his Nightfall costume, which is interesting to say the least. Yeah, so a few good appearances here. I do have season 2. I'll review that in the future. All right, next up it is Green Arrow and Black Canary, Road to the Altar. This basically collects material, yes, material, not the entire issue, of Green Lantern Volume 3, number 73, 75, Birds of Prey 109, the Black Canary 3rd volume, which is done by Tony Bedard, and Black Canary Wedding Planner. Now, 75, the only thing up 75 is the final page where you have basically all of her posing to Black Canary, and then we have the stuff in the pages of Birds of Prey where she asks Barbara Gordon to be her maid of honor. And then we have this miniseries where she's going to accept basically, well, marrying Oliver Queen despite their past, but her daughter, Sin, basically goes missing. Though she refers to as big sister, but she kind of refers to as her own daughter. So she goes missing. League of Assassins are after her. There's also Merlin the Archer in here. And basically Green Arrow tells her, calm down. You have resources. Contact Oracle or the Justice League. Like, nope, not interested. I'm basically just on my own. Yeah, I thought that was kind of down the part. Tony Bedard wrote it that way. Or basically she's against asking the Justice League to help her search for her daughter. It's just so baffling, the fact that it's like this. But aside from that one small thing, it's a really good miniseries. By the end, Sin goes off with Connor to basically train at some other facility, and the League of Assassins think she's dead. Wedding Planner is simply basically planning for the wedding itself, which is basically done just like America Wedding Special and the Green and Black Canary Wedding Special, which has their special wedding. This actually is pretty good. I thoroughly enjoy this. Aside from that other small aspect of basically turning down, requesting help from Justice League, like he's a Batman, that's one thing I like about this. Now, mostly, but a lot of this stuff is done by Tony Bedard. Now, I should point out that the final issue of Green Arrow is not done by, well, Tony Bedard. No, that's Joe Winnick. The artwork in here is mostly by Pakil Sakura, Lee Ferguson, Nicola Scott, Tom Drake, Kristen Nori, and Joe Perito. Plus, I love Black Canary in this outfit. I like her one. This is basically my preferred look for when it comes to Black Canary because she usually looks sexy, awesome, and, well, still really good look for her. Not really a big fan of the relaunch look they have for New 52. Yep. But yeah, not much else to say these two trades. They're good, but a couple basically really bad plot points in here. Yep. So yeah, that's it. Particular review. I might have another comic corner later, but who knows? Okay, next video.